Alright, what's up guys? This is Ceech. Today I'm going to do a video breakdown. And this is one of the class that I did. It's a private class with one of my students. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you what we did in class. And I'm going to slowly break it down. Bits by bits. Alright, here. Let's take a look. Switch over to the clip. Here we go. I think this is at 120 beats per minute. And a total of 4/8 counts. There's a lot of beginning moves in here. Fundamental moves. We got level changes. We got hip rotations. And I'm going to break it all down. Alright? So strap up. Here we go. Right now, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to step out and step in. Let's take a look. Okay? And again, there's no, right now what we're doing, there's no level changes. Just watch what we're trying to do right here. Here we go. No levels. So I'm stepping out with my right leg. Out, in, out, in. Of course, everything is on the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. Okay, so again, when I step out, step in, I wasn't really focusing on whether or not I put my weight to the outside or to the leg that's stepping out. I'm basically standing in my center, and my right leg stepping out and in, left leg out in. Let's take a look one more time. I'm gonna rewind this, okay? And just watch how I step out and step in. But again, the first thing I want you to focus on is to be on beat. Be on beat. Here we go. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Notice Kaori, I just told her to focus to stay on beat. Okay. Here we go. So now, well, I'm gonna move to the second part, which is focus on shifting out. Now I want you to look at my hip. Look at my hip, look at Kaori's hip. I instructed her to step out, so the hip is very important. Whereas before, our hip is just in the center. Now the hip is gonna move along, okay? So the hip's gotta move. If the hip doesn't move, you're not really going to get this move correctly. All right, let's take a look. So notice my hip steps out, but when it comes back in on the 2 and the 4, return back to the center. Okay, let's run that one more time. Watch my hip, watch Kaori's hip. Hip goes out as we step out, hips come back in as we get back in. Here we go. Watch it again. Hip goes out, come back in, out, come back in. Alright? Alright guys, so now I want us to focus on the level changes, the up, down. So watch when I step out, as I come back in, watch the knee bend. Okay, when I step out, knee straightens up. When I come back in, the knee bends. Let's take a look. 2. Bend, straight, bend, straight, bend. 3, 4. Good, good. So again, everything is still the same. First thing, what did we do? Stay on beat. Second thing, we focus on the hip going out as well. Hip's gotta go out, right? When I step out, the hip goes out. When I come back in, the hip comes back in. But now the third thing we added was the knee, bending of the knee. Let's rewind that. Take a look again. Here we go. Perfect. Now we want to incorporate the arms, all right? So if you have everything down up to this point, this is where we want to add the arms. Let's take a look at what the arms doing right now. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. So swing the arms across the body, open up. All right, did you catch that? Let's try it again. I know it's kind of hard at first. So first thing what we do is right on the 1, right when I step out with my right leg, left arm goes across the body, right arm goes behind the body. Let's take a look. Here we go. 1 right there. I'm going to stop it right there. Here's my 1. Right when I step out on the 1, right leg goes out, left arm goes across, okay? And right on the 2, when I bend, when I bring my legs back, my arms, both arms, goes out to the side. 2, there's 2, okay? So on 3, it's the opposite arm. Right arm goes across. 3 right there. 4, boom, open up. That's my 4, all right? So I'm gonna let this play through and you guys watch. All right, good? Okay, now, in this section, the hip, what I'm doing with the hip, instead of just going out and in, I'm doing a circular motion. So imagine, what I want you to do is imagine the hip rotating, right? What I do is my hip goes out. As I come in on the 2, it's gonna rotate like it's gonna do it counterclockwise, and when I come in, it's gonna be a clockwise turn. So I'm gonna play this clip. I want you to only focus on my hip. Okay, here we go. Rotate, reverse rotate, rotate, okay? So again, one more time. If you focus on the hip, it's rotating. First, when I step out, the hip just goes out. When I come back in, it rotates counterclockwise. Once I hit the 3, I go 1, 2, 3. When I come back on the 4, it's rotating clockwise, okay? So again, let's see that one more time. 7, 8, 1, rotate, 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 rotate. All right. So hopefully that covers the first part. Again, rewind it a little bit, as much as you need, and hopefully when I broke it down, you understand what it is. All right. So if you're ready, let's move to the next section. Okay, guys, for the next portion or next section, let's take a look at what it looks like tempo, and let's break it down. Here we go. Six, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, when you first learn this move, it's not going to be as smooth. So to train the muscle memory, this is the first thing we're going to do. Let's go back to this portion. Okay, here we go. So the first exercise I want you to do, we're going to slow it down. Okay, so watch this exercise. Take a look. So we do it slow. Slide out in, slide out in. Okay, exactly what am I doing? Okay, so standing, with my balance, I am putting all of my weight. I'm moving my right leg first, which means all of my weight is on my left side, okay, on my left leg. So let's take a look, frame by frame. Here we go. I'm sliding right on the 1. Right when I slide, take a look at my left leg. Left knee is bending. My right knee, I'm gonna rewind it. Take a look, rewind it. My right leg, it's on the tip of my toe or tip of my shoe, and it's basically, think of my tip of my shoe as a pencil or a pen. I'm drawing a straight line out and I'm drawing it back in. Again, all my weight is on the left side, so my right leg is free, it's off the ground. Sliding out, sliding in, sliding out, sliding in. And my right leg, straight. I don't bend my knee. Take a look again. Knee does not bend, right? Knee does not bend. Knee goes out, come back in, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing with left leg. When I do the left leg, slide out, look at the right knee, the other supporting knee. Knee bends down, and then come back up. Take a look at speed, tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, we wait, 3, 4. We wait again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so same thing. Kaori did a really good job. Okay, so when you practice this one, make sure you're on beat and make sure your balance is correct. That's the key thing in this to remember. Make sure your balance is correct, because when we go a little bit faster, it's tricky to get your balance if you've never done this right before. Okay, all right, here we go. Moving on, moving forward. So notice we're going faster now, right? So we're not just going 1, 2, we're going 1 and we hold the 2. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Notice the 2 and the 4, it's kind of like silent right now because we're not doing anything. Take a look, let's try it again. Watch the video with me. 6, 7, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Again, the reason why I say the and is because you got to get your feet back on the end. So many times students do this, they take too long to get the leg back in on the end. You got to get out to 1 end. It's got to get back on the end. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do the next portion of the move, okay? So again, when you practice this, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. One more time, watch with me. So we did this for 2 8 counts, all right? Every time I do these exercises, I want to do at least 2 8 counts. But when you practice it, I want you to do as many times as you can until you get it, so that you can do the next move, all right? So if you got it, let's go to the next move. So we're gonna train. We're gonna train our legs to move just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. We're gonna go right leg and then immediately left leg because we want to make sure we know how to shift our weight quick. If you can't shift your weight fast enough, you're gonna have a little bit of hard time. So I want to train you guys knowing how to shift your weight. Let's try this move. Here we go. And it's very important we know how to start with the other leg as well, because so many times we start with right leg all the time, and the next thing you know, I say start with the left leg. Then we're like, oh my God, what's going on? So you got to make sure you know how to start with both legs. There it is. All right. Okay, good. Ready to move next portion. Okay, so the next portion, we got to make sure we pick up our knee. Okay, so with the right leg goes out in, then knee goes up down. The foot goes out in, knee goes up down. As I go up down, make sure you're also bending the other leg. What am I talking about? Here we go. Let's take a look. We go 1 and 2. Watch, I'm gonna slow-mo this one. Right when I do the 2, you see my left knee is slightly bent. So my hip is going down. Right when I pick up my right knee up, my hip is going to go down. Okay? Other leg. Watch this. Right when I pick up my left knee, right knee goes down. All right? So there's a bend, there's a sitting. Right when I pick up my knee, the other leg bend as well. Okay? Again, watch that tempo. All right, so make sure, if you just watch my head, watch the head actually goes down, and the only way it can go down is if I bend my knee, acting as if I'm sitting down. All right, so again, on the 2, 4s, and 6, 8, when I pick up my leg, it's bending down. Watch it one more time. Now we're taking away the breaks. There's no pause in between each. Out, in, then up, down. Immediately left leg, out, in, up, down. Let's take a look. 2, 3, 4. Here you go. Feet out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. All right. So again, making sure when we go out, in, right when I go out, in, the other supporting knees bending. When I come back, knee straight. When the knee comes up, it bends and it comes straight. All right, so both legs are always working at the same time. Let's watch it one more time with me. Out, in, up, down. and the bodies dip, dip, dip. All right? Good. Okay, guys, we're gonna connect the two moves. First thing I want to do is show you what we're looking at. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Right there, I'm gonna stop and rewind. Let's take a look. So notice, here we go. This is 7, 8. Right on 8. Where's my leg? Well, my body should be in the middle. My weight should be in the middle, and the weight is on both legs. Okay, for real quick is on the both leg, but immediately I have to shift it to my left leg because my right leg is going to move. So right on the 8, both knees are bent, and take a look at my right leg sliding out. So remember our move. Okay, so it's a pretty good connect. Okay, which I mean, pretty good transition from the first move to the second move. Rewind this real quick. Let's take a look. So again, I step out on the 7, come in 8, immediately right on 8, my weight is on my left leg. Then I can shift it over to my right, or actually keep it on the left leg. My right leg slides out and in, slide out and then in, and then I go right into the 2, right into the bounce. Okay, one more time, switching all the way back, playing at tempo. Out, in. Okay, good. Here we go. So here, the second part, the second transition is a little bit tricky. Let's take a look. Here's the 7, 8, 7 and 8 right before the transition. Right on the 7, my feet goes out. 7, and on the 8, that's still fine. 8, and. Watch the and. Right when I put my leg down, I just tap with my left foot. Tap, and then I step out right on the 1. Okay? Remember, the first time we did the 1, we step out the right leg. This time is the opposite leg. So we're going to go left leg first. Left leg is the 1. Okay? One more time. Watch this. Rewind back. So here we go. This is 7 and 8 and 1. All right? I told you we're going to have to try to do both sides. Here's 1 and then 2, 3, 4. So everything we're doing the opposite side, the opposite leg. Okay? And again, watch this. At speed, at tempo. I'm going to rewind it one more time. Let's rewind this, rewind this. Rewind it, rewind it. Here we go. That's our 8. So watch this tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Now this 1, this slide out is the left leg again. If you didn't notice that, check it out. Okay? So I step out 7, 7, and 8, and then slide out on the 1, 1 and 2. So notice if you watch Kaori, her balance got caught a little bit. So you can see she's leaning one side. Let's one more time. She's trying to catch her balance. When you're trying to catch your balance, it's really easy to lose your tempo, right? Because you got to step down so that you don't fall. And a lot of times you don't step down right on the beat. So that's why balance is very important. Here we go. Let's watch this one more time from the top. Without any pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, first transition coming up. 1, 2. So that one's okay. Watch for the second transition. Out. That's the left leg out. And then here's another transition. Slide. There you go. Good. 6, 7, 8. And then we're done with that one set. This time, to really challenge yourself, we're going to speed it up. What we just done is around 101 beats per minute or so. So to test yourself, let's go to 120 beats per minute and see if we can get this. All right. So here we go. Kaori and I, in this clip, we're doing to 120 beats per minute. Let's see how we do. And if you could join us, let's do it. Here we go. 6, 5, 6, 7. Significantly faster, huh? 2, 3, 4, 6. Other side. Ooh, that transition is kind of tough. 1, 2, 4. All right, good. We were pretty happy that we got that together. All right, guys, so if this video was helpful, please help me by hitting the like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.